Hello, it's time for my weekly OEA update. Begin on a sad note of condolence. I heard from Barb Martini, the president of the Champion Education Association, that one of her members, Karen Conkey, sadly lost her husband and her husband's parents to the coronavirus in the past week. We know of at least 24 educators across the country who have lost their lives. And we know that as this pandemic spreads, that the direct impact on members and their families can be very serious. And so I hope that you will join me in just keeping Karen and any of our members who have been directly affected by the virus in your thoughts. I'm very excited this week to share that we have a number of new resources that are now available to directly support members. We're going to continue to reaching out to people in a variety of different ways. Members are going to be receiving texts from us. We've been reaching out through mail and email and other ways, but we have a new FAQ document that's just been posted to the OEA website that answers a whole host of questions that members have been asking about. Questions related to evaluation and their contract status and their pay and their healthcare benefits and access to a variety of resources to help them be as successful as they possibly can in the work that they continue to do with students. We also have resources that are particularly focused on supporting the social and emotional and wellness needs of our members. We know that now more than ever, people really need to be paying attention to self-care. Thanks to the leadership of staff members Daria Denoya and Makia Burns, we have a program of listening circles online that are going to be provided starting this Thursday at 4 o'clock. We'll be sharing more details about that as they're available. I'm really excited about that. So let me talk a little bit about politics and elections for just a moment. We are 3 weeks away from the new end date of the Ohio primary election. If you have not yet voted, it is certainly not too late, and I strongly encourage you to exercise your right to vote. We've got 99 schools that have levies on the ballot across the state of Ohio. Of course, the presidential election and local races. Encourage you to vote. The first thing you need to do is contact your local Board of Elections and get an absentee ballot request form. If you happen to have a printer at home, you can print off the form or you can write out the information, but then you need to mail your request to your county Board of Elections asking for an absentee ballot. And then from there, you'll get your ballot. Make sure that you turn it around quickly so that you meet the April 28th deadline. More information is available on our website. Also, speaking of elections, STRS contributing members should have received a ballot by now in the mail from STRS. There is an STRS board election, and we're excited. We've got a great candidate for STRS board, Andrew Smith. Andrew is a social worker in the Sheffield Lake Schools, and he has gone through our training and is very, very well prepared to stand up, protect our pensions during these really, really challenging economic times. Please be sure to look for your ballot and vote for Andrew Smith and encourage all your fellow members to do the same. Jeff, Mark, and I have been attending UNISERV Leadership Council meetings, mostly through Zoom, over the past couple weeks, and we're going to be going to dozens more meetings in the course of the next week or so. And it's been great hearing people's stories, hearing people's successes, also people's challenges. It really helps us know where to direct resources and support where it's needed most. I want to give a shout out to SCOPE, the State Council of Professional Educators. They're very concerned about the safety of their members working in our correctional institutes. Folks in the Marion Correctional Institute, just as a COVID-19 breakout was happening there, were being required to come to work and work outside their job classification. Because of the advocacy of the union, they were able to stand up, protect the health and safety of their members who are now working from home, which is a great, great success. Finally, I just want to share a note that I got from one of our local leaders in response to my weekly update from a couple weeks ago. This is from Megan Mullet. She's the president of the East Holmes Teachers Association. She writes, "I'm a strong supporter of academics, of catching our kids early, of reaching them where they are and walking beside them to heights we didn't even think they could reach. Yes, academics are important, but there's a time and a place for academics. As we have learned in the trauma training teachers have gone through the last several years, Mental health and wellness has to be considered first and foremost before academics. Our kids, our nation, our world has experienced trauma. Parents, guardians are out of work, worried of illness, unsure of what will come. We're living in trauma and need to recognize it for what it is. This is not an environment to learn in nor to teach in. You might think I'm saying throw in the towel, let the school year be done. On the contrary, I think teachers need to stay connected the best they can. I've been spending my evenings posting videos to my Class Dojo account. My students are desperate for that interaction, desperate for consistency. I think teachers will and should reach out, but let's understand what our kids need now. They don't need 4 hours of lessons each day. They need their teachers, as they always have. Teachers who love them, care about them, and would literally do anything for them. Megan puts it so beautifully. I would add our education support professionals and everybody who supports students. Thank you for all you're doing through these challenging times. Stay strong, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay home.